Hey, that's just dirty. Oh, that is good right there, y'all. Can I say this? I mean, how can I say this? I like that better than the original. I like adding that Luke Combs dude on there. Well, that was, dang, that's good. Whew, Lord, hallelujah. Hey, look, I was reading this. Let's see, where was this? Look at this. Hey, you read these little reviews, right? Check us out. So on the review of the Brooks and Dunn Brand New Man, I guess this is the original album that they put out. Look, read this review. Look at this. An impressive debut that proudly proclaims its country roots without being afraid to dip its toes into pop and rock. Brand New Man is an entertaining listen. Sure is, right? Now, so I read through this, right? Neon Moon, Still in Love with You, Chasing on the Blues. Look at this. As individual vocalists, both Brooks and Dunn are competent and expressive, although they do lack something in originality and distinctiveness. Who the hell are you, Daniel Geoffrey? Lack something in originality and distinctiveness. Well, this apparently is coming from someone who's never seen them in concert. I've seen them twice. I was on the second row, baby, both times. And as Kix Brooks come out to the audience to start dancing with folks, y'all, I'm talking about occupying the middle ground between Johnny Cash and the Eagles. Brooks and Dunn have put together a terrific group of songs that are memorable, hummable, and most importantly, doggone fun. Despite the diversity in the material, what are they talking about? The diversity. I bet that he meant to say, and the lack of diversity in the material, since he's saying the word despite the diversity in the material. The album works well as a coherent whole. All in all, Brand New Man is a fine, fine collection of pop country songs masterfully played. Golly, Pete, y'all. And that Luke Combs fella. I'm going to have to look him up more often. Remember what I said, don't always listen to old music, because if you always listen to old music, what does it do? Our synapses and gaps in our brain, keep doing the same thing over and over. So you're not got any new material. So what are you doing in your life to add new material? And you got to add, different songs and all kind of stuff. And I still dream of a day. Hold on, let me see if Beth's downstairs. Beth, you downstairs, honey? I still dream of a day that you and I are all going to get together. Now, the problem is, on the Brooks and Dunn tour, is that Beth says we got to go see George Strait first. Have y'all seen the price of George Strait tickets? I got to check that out. So we'll figure out something. But I can see. Could y'all see us? Look at y'all. I mean, oh, she's coming back in. Going to see maybe George Strait. Look at this, y'all. Where's Stacy at today? Stacy, are you here? No, she's still on the beach. She's down near Orange Beach, Alabama. Look at this, y'all. The Wharf Amphitheater in October. October in the state of Georgia and Alabama is, it may be in your area too, is the month of all 12 months that has the least amount of rainfall. So, and it's cooler, right? So at the Wharf Amphitheater, all of us at Orange Beach, Alabama, looking at Brooks. Can you imagine that? We go Thursday and Friday and we trade. And then on Saturday, October the 9th, we go to the Wharf Theater. I wonder how much tickets are there. How much could we all get in for? Get tickets. I apologize. I'm talking about music today. I had a rough day yesterday. So I'm trying to cool myself down a little bit. All right. So what's the chat say? Chat says, I rob banks to stimulate my synapses. Exactly. We are legal bank robbers, baby. That is what we do. Come on, show me how much what we need to know. Accept and continue. I always hate accepting this stuff. Here we go. Lowest price, $56. Highest price, $2.99. That's much better than a George Strait ticket, Beth. And look, y'all, here's where we would be. 203. That's my number. Look at that. Beth? Yes, let's go back to the market now. Beth's back in the room. All right, so here we go. What is the market doing? First thing we look is at VWAP. VWAP kind of tells the story, baby. It's the market that does everything else. And, I first logged on here and I said, wow, we're going down today. But no, look at this. So let's look at VWAP first. VWAP is at a comfortable 159. When we opened it yesterday, we were 147. So what is it? Well, we've been going down, 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 but it's still a respectable 163. So it's kind of positive. We are under valuated. What did I call this? Did I call that VWAP? Y'all know what I meant. That's AD. We are comfortably under a VWAP. We come down, had a little interaction with it here, up and down, up and down. And as noticeable, we tag it here and then we go off. So you little scalper babies, you know, could have put a little order here to go short if you want to scalp a little bit. When we do get together, we'll talk about scalping, because what are we going to do for 2 days? I mean, we do all of our trades in an hour. So if we do get together, we're going to we have to day trade something, right? Show you how to do it, how I lose money doing this. So then we look at the first 15-minute range. This white line is the cash open. So we open at 44.41. Wait a minute, we open at 44.41. What is that? Keep that number in mind, because you see a little green line here, don't you? Check that out. We open here. The blue line is the overnight high. So it kind of, you know, we see what the overnight high is. So we interact with the overnight high, you know, just before the opening bell. And then it's just downward, downward, downward. So if you're in a scalping mood and you start seeing the alligator unfold and start eating, that's when you go short. Alligator eats, alligator eats, alligator eats. And now alligator is flipping back over. So now the alligator is sleeping. Williams alligator is sleeping. You know, will he open back up, head back to the pot? Probably so at some point today. Then at the last 30 minutes of the day, algos come in and they'll do their little market direction. So here are the amateur hour. Well, there's the amateurs all trading. Then we come in here, then something big happened at 11 o'clock. Look at that. Some big boys came into the market, always keeping an eye on volume. So volume is now doing what we call lunchtime chop. Choppy, 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 choppy. So we always get involved where it's choppy, choppy, choppy. I told you to remember the 44.41. What does that mean? Well, let's see. As we go to a little thing called the volume profile. And Bobby's been lazy and hadn't drawn all of his things yet, but I do have it drawn on ES. Well, I'll be danged. Look at that, 44.41. Who would have thought 44.41 would be an important number? Well, I guess Sweet Bobby did, as we drew the big green monster. So sure enough, I mean, like clockwork, we go from the bottom of the range and we go to the top of the range. And we go back now down to the value area high. Where are we going in the next few days? Well, we could easily see interaction again. It's going to test the 44.42, right? Probably several times before we ultimately crack it and go get, you know, we're going to get the 4,500. You just know. But we've got to get past, conventionally past 4,400 first, says that's the high. So we're going there at some point, but what would we see? We now are under the 20-day exponential moving average. We're under the 20-day, the 20 period, sorry, exponential moving average. We're above the 50. Look at there, the 50 is right at the value area high of volume. Now, notice the most significant volume bar, the point of control, the high volume node, whatever you want to call it, is here. But look how big this little nodule is here. So if we have a lot of interaction around this area, the high volume node will move from here, the red line, up to here. I could see it happening maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Keep your eye on the red bar. May just move up here depending on how much volume is traded at the 44.30, 44.33 level where we are right now. But in the meantime, since volume is very comfortable being traded right here to 43.91, then would we be surprised to see a pullback to that area? No. Why? Because it's where volume is comfortable and it is close to our 50% line on our big green monster, which is market profile. Very, very cool stuff, right? Would we even be surprised if we saw a pullback to the value area low here? No. And wouldn't even surprise us to see maybe another test of the 43.51. In other words, you hear me saying market could go here, here. Boy, Bob, you're a genius. It could go here or it could go here. So Bobby Genius is giving you all kind of things to think about what the market would do. But what my overriding premise is for the next couple of days, at least through the end of this week, is business as usual, baby. Business as usual. Now, Jason has come in, and Jason has helped us really by doing something with the, oh heck, what's the name of it? The screwdriver. Now, Jason, can you talk?
Yeah, I can talk.
Where's our new screwdriver at? You put it somewhere. Where did I go get it?
Well, it's just in the main chat because I still don't have access to the resource tabs. So there's 2 screwdrivers. If you scroll up in this chat, there's the Excel one for Windows. And this version here, the 3.0, it's made for people who want to use Google Sheets that have a MacBook, since the screwdriver real-time data doesn't work for people with MacBooks or iOS.
So this is it. Let's see. Screwdriver here for now. Access resource tab.
Yes.
Oh, very good. Now, can we go ahead, or we're going to do it afterwards? Is it easy for me to give you access to the resource tabs now, or we can do it later? And by the way,
I have no idea. I've actually never given access.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it actually. We'll work on it after the class, if that's okay with you. So let's download the screwdriver and see if we I'll move this over the side when it's downloading and try to see. Can anybody tell me what the screwdriver is today, by the way? Anybody know? Excel. Screwdriver. Boy, I got so many, I don't know what to do. All right, first of all, oh my gosh, screwdriver and trading. I think I put it in my trading thing. So let's just look at what screwdriver has. About 32?
32 right now. Yeah, okay. 30, 32, somewhere.
All right, so what that really tells us, so the screwdriver being 30 to 32, right? And again, I see it gives me that error. So I think Jason has fixed that. And y'all, we need to really be thankful for everything that Jason has done to help. He's done a lot. Drew's helping out a lot. Ken helps out a lot. And Rick always keeps me straight when I make all my mistakes while we're together, which is awesomely appreciated. So without changing these dates, Rick's changed the dates in his. So he's telling us that right now we're about 30 to 32 out of the market, which sounds about right. So yeah, I've just been recording this every day, right? Crap, did I not record it yesterday? What was it yesterday? About the same thing, wasn't it? It was 8. Oh, yesterday it wouldn't let me type in there, would it? Now it will. So yesterday was about 30 as well. So today's the 11th, 21, and we're saying it's about, and we'll say it's 31, 32. See, we're keeping our eye on the screwdriver. Now, for those of you who don't understand how the screwdriver works, I won't say that I'm the best one to do this. This is all the thinkings and musings of an individual who is a talented and smart individual, J.L. Lord, whose name in real life is Scott Rubel. I asked Tom Sosnoff, tell me about this Scott Rubel guy. He said, oh, I hadn't heard that name in a long time. He said, listen, Scott is definitely aware of the concept. So you want to get the screwdriver and what he says about the screwdriver, then you can pay $299 a month to Scott, and he will gladly help you with the screwdriver as he trades a paper account. However, I'd rather lose money in real time in front of y'all than to trade a stupid paper account. No, sorry. I don't want to be stupid on y'all's end. I want you guys to use paper accounts, to try and figure out new strategies. I did that for several years, and I found that I do better. Even if I lose money, I learn more by doing my own little deal with real money. Right? Now, if you got real money to lose, then don't do that. Not saying that I've got real money to lose, but that sounds arrogant, and I don't want to sound that way. But what am I saying, people? What am I saying? Bobby is saying BAS. Let's type it out so we can all see it is B capital, baby. BAS. Does that mean? Business as usual. That's what we do. I don't see anything giving me alarm that we're going to flip out and have a 20% drop today or tomorrow. Now, could it happen? We always say that it could happen, that little Mr. What's our president's name? Oh my gosh, I forget his name. Biden can choke on a chicken bone today, like Daddy Bush did. Remember when Daddy Bush choked on a chicken bone or something over in China, or was he in Tokyo or something? He barfed all over the place and everybody thought he was dying. I think the market might have took a little nosedive then. I do not remember. All right, so anything can happen. So now we know, looking at our little chart, that it's business as usual. Another thing that I sometimes do is I like to see how the volume is doing on a daily basis. You know, what's a daily chart look like? Because you're sitting there going, okay, I'm following the 20, the 50, the 200. What you got to understand is if you go to a daily chart, all this stuff kind of changes, right? Big green monster doesn't change, but maybe you see things a little bit clearly now if you're looking at a daily chart. So daily chart, here we go, we're getting in here, we get up to about 50%. No, we go down, we go into this ungodly area way down here, but on a daily basis, our point of control on volume is 42.29, significantly lower than what the volume super value node is on the 30-minute 10-day chart. This is a daily 3-month chart. Anybody want this? I'll give it to you. Share grid, share, and I will put it in the little chat. Wouldn't that be BAU? What did I say? Business as you. Dwayne, of course it would. You mean to tell me you don't use, let's see, usual? You don't spell usual as with the letter S? Oh my God. Exactly. All right, so let me type this in here. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing. Business as usual. Let me type that again. Business as usual. Business as usual. I can't even spell business as, wonder what the S would have stood for. Business as, I don't know. Business as something. All right, very good. Now, I want to know, Leslie, can you start sharing those in Discord? They disappear in Zoom once the call is over. Matt Jolly Wally, the boss must be in because I don't hear his voice. Yeah, whenever I hear Matt's voice, it makes me feel good. Let's see, let me delete all this. Yes, I can do that. What the crap, y'all? Hold on. What's happening? Hold on. My new computer's going, oh, no, I can't get rid of that. Hold on. So can you start sharing those in Zoom? Yes. Hold on. Let me fix my little deal here. Now let me hit my delete. There we go. There we go. So business as usual, BAS or BAU, whatever you do. So look, it's kind of clear here though that we can see interaction with the 50% line. Keep in mind the big green monster never changes. Well, it does change every month, but interaction, swoosh, vacuum to the top. Where are we going? Probably south for a while. Probably south. But we checked out the skew. We checked out this. So let me do, he wanted me to share this in. Share grid. And we'll put it in here. All right, so here is the daily volume profile for, how you spell toss? Why don't we say TOU, right? This is, we're flipping our S's are used around today. We won't do that. So we'll go Control V. There you go. And we took Matt, took care of Matt. All right, now what are we doing now? So business as usual. Sometimes I'll also look at the clean chart, what I call clean chart. And we're not trading no snap, we're trading some ES or micros. And you just want to say, you know, these are the daily chart for 3 months as well. You need this as well, I guess, if I hadn't provided you this, but what does this show you? Well, this shows you that back in May, here was where price was grouped. Here's where June prices are grouped, and then July prices. And what do? We use July prices to forecast price action for August, which we're in today. Now, clear thing for you to see is that Well, these keep going in an upward direction, which tells me we bullish, baby. We be bullish. WBS, right? We be bullish. No, I'm just joking. We be WBB. We be bullish. It's going up and up and up and up. And interestingly enough, when you look on the left side of this clean chart, this is volume profile. So the most volume was traded here. Now, on the right side is what we used to draw the big green monsters. And this is time. See these little numbers? So this is actually showing you the days that price was traded at each level. So the more time that was traded was the most time was traded at the exact same time or the exact same level that the most volume traded. Now that doesn't always happen. So this is volume. How many contracts were traded? Most contracts were traded at this 42, whatever that level is. And the most time in days was spent at this area as well. Very cool, right? That you can kind of see that here. Now, we go to the month of June. What happened in June? Well, most volume was traded here. Most time was traded here, which is sweet and cool. So those didn't match up. Then we look for July. Those numbers did meet up here. Oh, that's what we need to do, Jason. We need to, thinking on Matt's part, we need to like share those charts in like a, tall chart sharing or something where everybody can, if you need to get the clean chart, we can put the clean chart in there or anything that we use. So it's really, really cool to see. This kind of makes it really, really easy for me to see that, both time and volume are moving up, 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 up. And boy, is it going to hurt when we go down, 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 which at some point we're going to. But Skew and the Green Monster tell us it's probably not going to be today. Probably not going to be today. All right, so that means we got to go and look for our money trade. What's the money trade? What's the thing that you and I do that we are shooting fish in a barrel? Well, we go to a little thing here. Go to our little monitor tab. And let's first look at our little micro short puts. Y'all, this is what we call our money trade. Money trade. We like selling puts. And you can sell calls if you want to. And look at this, all the stuff I could close, man. If you are Mr. and Mrs. Tasty Trade, close away, baby. 56%, we got 52%, we got 50%. We are, all of them are positive, even the one we put on yesterday. So we are shooting fish in the bucket. 5-gallon bucket right here, just putting these on, taking them off, putting them on, taking them off. Got a little bit of profit on all of them for the day. And Sweet Bobby is going to say, you know what, $50. What would that do for me? Well, Beth and I are going to go out to lunch on Friday all by ourselves since all 5 of the children is in the school. So we get to go to the Applebee's for $50. By the way, we went to Ruby Tooties last night, Ruby Tuesdays, and I got the garden bar. And our, honest to goodness, our total check. Now, one of my kids didn't go because he didn't like getting out. We call him Devin the Inside Kid. So we spend at Ruby Tuesdays, y'all. It's kids eat free night. That's why we win. I mean, that's the biggest coupon you can get. You got 5 kids, man. When they can eat free, that's all. So I was shocked at how low our bill was because Beth and Abby, they starting on this low carb, whatever. So they didn't drink their normal Dr. Pepper and whatever that fruity drink is that Abby drinks all the time. What is it, Beth? Something lemonade, strawberry lemonade. So they drank water. And I'm going to start making everybody drink water at dinner because our bill was $47 before the sale. And I was like, we spent $47, the same amount the day before on chili cheese pups and Crystal burgers at Crystal. For some of y'all that don't know what that is, it's kind of like a White Castle. So I was just impressed. So what are we going to do today? All right. So how many of these boogers do we have on? We got on, what does it say? 0, 0. 128, 0, quantity 0. I don't know. Anyway, so we got 1 contract, 2 contract, 3 contract, 4 contract, 5 contract, 6 contract, 7 contract. And we like getting to the point, we really do, where we're taking one off every day and we're putting one on there. So there's a variety of way you can do this. You can say, man, when these things get to 50% profit, I am Mr. Freaking Tasty Trade, and I'm going to take those trades off. So that's good. You can do that. Or you can do like I used to do. Remember the first 6 months of this year, man, I was putting one on every day and taking them off. I like that too. So let's close our most profitable one, which is 54%. We right click here and we create a closing order. And since we're going to be buying options, you always want to buy less, right? So it says the mid and the natural are 775. Let's put it in for 750 and see if we get a nibble and be a little bit greedy. So we're buying it back for a little bit less. So let's just let that work for a while. And in the interim, what are we going to do? Well, the market's up today. Am I going to sell a put? How many times we said it? What do? On a down day, you sell puts, right? But no contrary. Bobby uses a couple of other things, Big Green Monster, and we use Q to figure out whether we're going to still sell puts. So the market's flat. And, you know, you can really be scared to say, well, Bob, aren't we at the top of the Big Green Monster, dude? Aren't we there? And yeah, I mean, if that worries you a little bit, but where would our strike be if we're going to do this? So we go next to closest to 60 days without going over. And that would be 50 days. 50 days out. A lot can happen in 50 days. We go to about the 10% probability being in the money. It's just a nice, sweet little place where you can get $100. If you close it at 50%, you can go to Captain D's, a great little seafood place. All right, so let's go. We got them all in here. So, you know, I've been wanting to collect about $18. And so I can go to the 10, about the 11. It's a 9 delta, 11% probability being in the money. Get my 18 and a quarter. And that's the mid and the, you know, you could work that order too, I guess, but we'll sell one. Sell it, sell it, sell it. $89. That's $90. $45 will send us to Applebee's as long as we order water. Boom, we are sold. So now we go back and we put that in our little monitor. So we got to go, see, it doesn't know it's a micro put. So we got to go to unallocated down here. And on unallocated, what are we going to do? We're going to put that baby, oh, look, we sold one yesterday in there. So we're going to put both of these that we sold yesterday into their little category. Right click, move to group, and we go to micro short puts. Shawank, shawank, shawank. Now, let's look at something since we're focusing on the micro short puts. What the crap is all this stuff? Hotkey setup. We don't want that. Want no hotkey set up. So let's go to analyze scale. That's freaking me out. Hotkey setup. Crap. All right, so let's say we're looking at our micro little trades here. So we're going to go single symbol, hide simulations. Can you start? Call me paranoid. Ken, what are you paranoid about?
You're about to find out. I'm trying to type
Okay, you're
a
going
message I just got from ISP and some friends.
Uh-oh.
You might think it's tinfoil hat, but I felt that I had to warn some of y'all.
Okay, good. Dwayne says, is that PhD of mine probationary? He probably should be, right? And I'm freaking out because they're doing the background thing now. Okay, let's see what Ken has shared. Call me paranoid. Friends have received notices from their internet service providers reading as follows. On August 11th, that's today at 2 p.m., FEMA and the LCC are planning a nationwide emergency alert test. Oh, I hate when they do crap like this, as well as cell phones opted in to receive text messages. It's going to last about 5 minutes. Your TV channels will be temporarily interrupted, which means I will not be able to catch up on the young and the restless. Once the test is complete, you may need to reboot your equipment to resume watching TV. To do this, unplug the power, wait 5 to 10 seconds, plug the power back in. Oh,
Well, I don't know if this is true, but this comes from a reliable source, and it comes from and they say it comes from their ISP provider. I've been in the business of electronics. 5 minutes does not take. You don't need 5 minutes to do a test.
so they're putting something on our machines, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what I think. And I know, yeah, I wear a tinfoil hat sometimes, but it's like I can take my tinfoil hat off, but you can't undo this bug. You know? Anyway, I didn't
Lord.
mean to interrupt you, but I thought it was important enough.
No, I appreciate you sharing that. I appreciate you
Okay.
sharing that. I really do.
I hope I'm freaking wrong. Okay.
Yeah, 5 minutes to, hey, let's put something on Bobby's computer so we can spy on Bobby. I'm sure, everybody wants to spy on everything that we're doing, so it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Well, computers make it easy to go after little guys like you and me.
Yeah. And I got this new computer. Have y'all noticed how fast it is, y'all? I mean, this was $400 well worth it. I mean, it's making, other than crap like this, which I don't have no idea to get rid of, but it's doing really good. All right, so thanks for sharing that, Ken. So let's go and let's see what our micro short puts look like. Let's see what kind of risk we have. Oh man, I'm having to add my price slices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Since I got
Bobby,
everything-
since you're looking, can I ask a question?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm looking at the IV rank for like the E-mini, the SPX and all that. And it's pretty, the IV rank stinks. I mean, it's bad. And I sold a couple short micro E-minis this morning, and I almost didn't do it because I didn't think it was worth the money,
Yeah.
to put it at a safe place, the right delta or whatever. And I'm beginning this, and I'm looking at going to debit spreads instead of like credit spreads or going short. I'm not ready to buy a call option, on the micros, but I just don't see with the volatility this low, you tend to switch to buying as opposed to selling. And I just want your opinion on that. I know you're not a fan of selling calls and you're not a fan of buying options, and neither am I. I'll buy a spread, but it's just, what do you think about that? Because there's volatility so low that I'm looking at my spreads and I'm going, this is not worth the risk.
Well, and that's probably true. Let's look at the VIX for a sec. Dang, I can't even remember how to change where's my thingy? Oh,
I got the VIX around 16.
yeah, around 16 or so, right? So we got VIX. We'll see what VIX is doing. This is over year to date. All right, so here we go. January 21, VIX pops up, it's down. We're in a little lower, regression channel here, linear regression channel. What number is this? What is that I got there? SMAs of some sort. I guess it's 200 SMA 2050. Yeah, I think that's the 200. 200 period. Just looking at what VIX is doing, it's in the middle of that. It is on the downside. Is it a good time to put on your VIX hedges that we do? Yeah, if you like that trade, or you can say, hey, I think we may be going down, into this area
The
around
last
15.
few years, or I should say several months, I'm, going on. 15 is about as low as it goes, So it hits 15. I think that's the time to jump in. I plan on going heavily into VIX when it gets down to 15.
Yeah. Ken, I mean, and it's interesting, right? I guess the thing that hurts us in trading is what we don't know. And so you're like, I'm not sure we're getting the premium and volatility. So, maybe I need to be buying more than selling. I get it. And have I bought options? I bought it last week, right? What did I do? Y'all remember when I bought, what did I do? Remember when I did the 111, but I just did the positive section of it? Well, that was a dumb trade, right? I bought options here. I'm down $33 when I bought that put spread. Wow, I can't believe that's given. What does it say? Buying power effect 4,600 on a. Oh, I did 3 contracts of that. So I get it. I totally get it. I just think that, and what should be wrong tomorrow? What's the 20% drop happen tomorrow? But I just am much more comfortable on the selling of things, and I'll look at the risk. So let's look at the risk on our micro short puts. So this is our little income trade that we're doing. We're hiding the simulations. Holy Shimon, look at the risk that Bobby is taking. Oh my gosh, if we go down 20%, this little puppy says that I'm going to be down $15,000. Well, $15,000, that's a lot of Applebee's, right? That's a lot of what does that say? September 18th. Let's go back to today. Let's make sure this is today. What's today? The 11th. Here we go. All right, so now it says I'm down $15,580. Check it out though. What actually happens? What happens when the volatility steps up in these options, and all of a sudden you're down 20%? So you're down 5, you're down 12, you're down 20% here. So now if we add a little scoop of helping of $24,000 or volatility, we're down 24,000 to 27,000. Everybody see this number right here. So it's giving me some estimates. So why would I sell a put today and take the risk of me being down $27,000 on my little trades here? Well, let me show you why. Let me show you why we do what we do. So we got ES, and we're going to go all groups, and we're going to go single symbol. So we just want to show single symbols. So what happens is if we go down 20%, remember we've down, what we say, 24, 25,000. So this says here that we'd be down $5,000 on our ES trade, right? Or we'd be up 5,000 on our ES trades. That doesn't take into account the volatility that will increase when the market goes down. So VIX increases and the market goes down. We can only estimate, but I would think if we go down 20%, VIX is probably, and volatility is going to be 60 to 75%, meaning that you and I are going to be up 61,000 to 95,000. So I get it, Ken, that you're saying, you know, I'm worried about, you know, hey, you know, we could potentially tank, VIX goes up, and I go away, baby, go up, go all you want to. I'm up 95,000. And the cool thing is this includes our space trip trades. So our space trip trades, we take these out because they're not our, well, that is out. Hold on, make sure I got everything listed in there. So if we got everything listed, we're up 50,000, 83,000. That includes the space trip trade. So let's take out the space trips, space trip. And remember, you spell space trip by saying STU, right? Space trip. I'm joking on that. I can't believe I did that earlier. All right, so now you're going, hey man, we're up 61,000 to 95,000 on a crash. And if we crash like we did last January and go down 35%, let's go our price slices and let's make that 35%. Now, a lot of people have probably watched our videos go, man, you're a nutcase. This is not what happens to VIX when the market goes down. You're just speculating. And I'll tell you this, I lived through it. I didn't paper trade through it. I lived through it. I know this crap works. Okay. Not being cocky, not being what, I'm just saying I have traded through it, baby. And y'all know me, worst trader on the planet. There's none that are worse than me. But could I potentially say, man, if we go, if COVID starts wreaking havoc and now all of our kids in the hospital, you know, we got, you know, I got in our community, man, it's getting the kids now. You know, one of our neighbors down the road, you know, both her kids got it. So we're watching her kids. What were the Simpsons? You know, what's happening? And if that scares the general population, then people start saying, oh my gosh, our kids are in the hospital. Could that happen again? Well, of course it could. And so in this $50,000 account, whatever it is, we're going to put $209,000, $261,000. Can it happen? Oh, heck yeah. So Ken, you know, that's why I'm like, I'm going to collect my little $18 today and not really be, you know, concerned.
I'm not concerned about losing. What it is I'd like to, instead of getting $18, which is what I see, 18 to 50 bucks, I'm looking for more like I'm used to getting $100 plus a trade.
Yeah, I got you.
And it's like, I'm looking for another way that's got decent risk reward numbers to get closer to that. And that's why I'm questioning, should I be flipping? And I am. I'm starting to flip. I got a few debit spreads going on. Just doing the balance, because one day that volatility is going to return.
Yep.
And it'll be that market that I love to trade. So I like to swim in stormy waters.
So what would you think about buying? You probably think about buying VIX at some point, right?
Well, VIX I got a pretty solid strategy with VIX. And I buy it when it hits a certain level. And I also I'm also working on some spreads because I don't want to pay for my VIX hedges. Okay. And when it gets down to 15, I'm going to go heavily long on it, just because I've learned. I've been studying VIX for the last 6 months, and I think I know how it works.
Good. Well, and I think that study well spent too.
Yeah.
Let's start looking at some of these little space trip trades. See if we can figure out what they're doing for us. You know, we had some discussion yesterday about space trip trade. I got to tell you, I really like the 111 that we're doing in the micros or SPY. You can do it in anything, I guess, but I kind of like what those are doing. But notice, y'all, today's the 11th, today's the 12th, go to today. I kind of like what these things are doing. Look, have you noticed? Look at this, Matt. We got a humpback whale pumping up. Look at that. All right, remember when this little thing was coming down here? Now look what's happened. We've got a little, hope y'all can see that. We've got a little profit hump developing. And that's what we wanted on these. So this is space trip trade. Let's look at it. So here's where we are. Let's see, price is here. Hold on. Let me see where my price slices are. 15, 10, 15. Where is current price? 44.35. Right here. Here's current price, right? So right now we are up $112 on that trade, if I'm reading that right. And what's going to happen is this little profit hump is going to go up, 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 up. Boy, is that sweet. Look at that. So now if we get a sudden pullback to this area, we're up $354 today. Oh, I'm liking that a lot. And what happens is, let's go out a month. So what happens, you're August 11th today. What happens when you go September 11th? A date which we'll never forget. So let's go to the 10th. Friday. Look at the hump, y'all. Did you see what happened to the hump? Hump goes up, up, up. So now you get a 35% down move. You're up $1,500. That's sweet. You're up 1,700 there. Let's see if we go out. I don't know how much. When do these things expire? Let's go out to October the 8th. Oh my gosh, y'all. Now, again, this is pretending the market just kind of flutters up and flutters down and, you know, doesn't go down too much. But look at this. Then you go, hey, let's go down to 35%. 35% is right here. And it doesn't matter if it goes down slowly or it goes down fast on October the 8th. Ken, you got you a great little trade here. Look at this, y'all. You're up $7,218. Y'all see what we're doing? Then you start layering these things out. Let's see what our next one looks like. Space Trip Trade 2. Oh my gosh, you're up $4,012 on that one. Now let's show them all. Let's go all groups. And we're doing single symbol. So hold on. We uncheck my, y'all may know a better way of doing this. I got to take out all my black swan hedges. So let's see both of our little trades together, both of our space trips together. And this is the fun stuff about trading, is doing all this. And I hope y'all are enjoying spending time on the Analyze tab because it is fun. All right, so there's a space trip. There's a space trip. All right, so that should have it. So this is our space trips combined now. Look at that on October the 8th, 2 months from today. And fall, baby, fall. So we up $11,000. And keep in mind what Ken is saying, y'all. He's saying it's going to happen. The drop is coming. We do not know when. Could it be today? It could. Could it be tomorrow? Yep. We're reading tea leaves, y'all. We are doing some skew exercises. We're doing some big green monster exercises to make our bets beforehand. But it's coming. Is it going to be 35% down? I don't know. Heck, let's say it's 20% down. Let's move that line back up to 20. Oh, wait a minute. 35 that was down here. Sorry, I'm at the wrong place. This is my 12% line. And this is what this is meant to protect anyway, right? It's meant to protect the, you know, we've got black swan hedges that give us this protection. So let's say we're down, you know, 20% on this trade. You're down $12,000. Do you care? No, you don't care. Why? Because you got black swan hedge popping this baby up. But if we go down a sweet 12%, 3903, you're up 11,000. What's more probabilistic, 12% drop or a 35% drop? I don't know. Probably the 12. That's why I've got these space trip trades on. All right, so now let's go to our 111s. See if we can figure those out there. The 111. So now we got the MES. We're looking at symbol, and we'll go 111. That was our first one. Oh my gosh, look at that. 111 hide simulations, single symbol. Didn't we do the 111 in the macros? Where you at? Hold on. Let me look down here. Macros. Well, there they are. The two. Why don't you show anything? Oh, October 8th. Bobby, you'll be expired and gone by then. I won't be expired and gone, hopefully. Hopefully I'll be here. December 2021. December. August the 11th or so. Okay, here we go. Now let's see if we can figure this little puppy out. See what this looks like. Where is this providing us protection? There we go. Now then, look at us, y'all. We have that price slice look good. 0, 5, 10, 15, -5, -12, -20. What's that give me 2 lines there? So current price is at 44.35, which is right around in here. So here's where we are today. And what happens if we have a pullback of 5%? We're up $137. Cool. What happens with this as time goes by? Will this thing still be on by September 11th? Maybe not. Let's go September 1st. Nope, it's gone, isn't it? That's the only problem with this one is that it's expiring. It will expire the 3rd. 1, 2, 3 Friday. So what does it look like there? There we go. So now we get a 5% pullback on August the 19th. We're up $251. What happens if we're down about in this area? You know, we're up here. So no need to take this one off yet. Now, when would you take this off? Remember what this is composed of. It's composed of a put debit spread. So Ken, you want to sell options at right, you sell your debit spread and then sell your credit spread on down days. So you're using ebb and flow of the market. But if this short option gets to 100% profit, I might as well take that off. And that's one thing I need to look at, right? So if on my first 111, we get 100% profitable on that particular leg, I say, here we go. On that particular leg, close it, baby. Where is my dang? Hold on. Switching computers is just really messed me up. I should have saved everything before I went over. Old layout. What am I doing? Get the right thing, Bob. Freak. All right, where's it at? Percent. Profit and loss percent. Is that the one I want? Having all this set up, and I don't have it. Okay. Let's see if I get to you. Profit and loss percent. Oh, where's it? Do I have to do it on each one of them? Profit and loss percent. If I knew what we were doing. All right, MES. Hey, we made 102% on the whole trade. Close it, baby. Well, I want to use it as a hedge, though, for potentially a lot more money. We're up $108 on the trade. Check this out. So here's my, let me move this where we see the stripes. Here's my put debit spread. Right, there's it. And here's my short, what we'll call naked puts, I guess, for lack of a better word. We got 20 days left on those puppies. Those are at 85%, y'all. Could I close that and take my $178 off? Dang tootin' rootin', I could. Has that paid for the entire trade over here? Well, I think so, right? It totally paid for that. So I could take risk off the table and make this even stronger. So you go back to the analyze tab and you go, what if I did that? What would that look like? Well, let's see what that looks like. Go down here and say, baby, ring the register, Bob. You moron. Take the 3,900 puts off and give you something that looks like this. Whew. Hallelujah, baby. Now look at these. Now let a 5% drop come, and you know those short puts aren't working against me, so I'm up $112 on today's date. What happens if we get the, let's see, that's 5, I guess this is 12. What happens if we get the 12% down? Boom. Yep, 397. You don't care how far the market goes down then, because it is static, static, static to the downside on your profits. So that's another way to work that trade. Probably no need at all to take in that short put all the way down to 0 days. How many days are left in it? And you could even say, hey man, I could even use Tasty Trade Mechanics here. Best time to close something that I sell at 45 days is when? At 21 days. You can close that baby. Take you $178, and man, that's, I mean, you could eat Red Lobster at that, y'all. I mean, you could get some Cheddar Bay biscuits and some scallops for $178, which is really, really sweet. So spend a lot of time on this analyze, play with these things, you know, go, what can I buy? Ken says I need to buy it. So, okay, buy it. So what I've done here is I bought a put spread. And how did I finance that? I paid for it with a short puts, right? Oh, it all fits together so well. If one day, and it may not have yet for some of you, I think for some of you have, one day all this stuff is just going to click and you're going, oh my gosh, I am a machine. Market goes up, what do? I know what to do. Market goes down, what do? I know what to do. It is a sweet, sweet, sweet little feeling when you can come in here and use the ebb and flow. We talk about it all the time, ebb and flow of the markets to make your decisions. It's really, really precious. And it hopefully is going to make you some money over the long term. You know, and you know, are you down today on your account and you're all like, oh man, I just stink. I'm the worst trader. But you're setting up for the inevitable. The inevitable is we're going to have a correction. You cannot do what these markets do and not have a level of correction. So the E-minis, you know, go to a longer time frame. Look at the, go to the E-minis. I say, let's go to the E-minis. There we go. Now let's see, that should do it. Why is it not changing? I think I know what I was doing by now. The market and computers always keep us humble, right? Continue as current contract in front. Yeah, that sounds good. Chapang, chapang. Hit my enter key. I'll say I hit my enter key. Well, we're seeing this, right? You can't sustain this even. Change this. We can go out 1 year by days. What does that look like? That doesn't look good either, does it? 1 year by days just tells you days, but you clearly see what goes up sometimes must come down. And is this going to come down at some point? Yeah. You let the kids get in the hospital. Not trying to scare anybody who has kids. Lord knows I got 5 of them all. You let people perceive that that's something. I mean, I you know, read Facebook, read what's happening. People are scared. People are nervous. And as Ken said, that fear is not being conveyed in the market at all. Let's see, volume profile, daily. Let's just look at the VIX. VIX won't have any volume to it, but at least we can see. You know, is this fear being portrayed in the market? So May, things went up to a high of 28.93, but ever since then, what's the slope? What would our linear regression channel look like? It looks like it's down. You know, it's keeping going down, 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 down. The fear of COVID not being reflected in the market. And if I want to go back And I'm not, I don't care what your political belief is, what you think about, this group or that group. We know most of them are a bunch of righteous, selfish people looking out after them and making us think that they love and care about us. And all they want to do is spend our money to further their interests. But this does feel to me very similar to what I felt like in January of 2020. When you heard about the COVID, or what we call the coronavirus at the time, and you go, what's this mean? So what does it mean? I don't know. I'm just saying, I feel my heart's very similar to what I felt in January. What did I do in January? I closed everything. I closed it all. I closed it all in the hedge fund. I closed it all in my personal accounts. I closed everything. You know what I did? I went strictly to the Black Swan hedge, and it paid me handsomely. Am I doing that this time? I don't know. So is it the right time to sell micro puts? I don't know. I really don't know. It's working so far. It works until it doesn't. But I've got hedges covering my backside, right? I'm CYA. Let's see if we can do another spelling thing before I let y'all go for the day. Now, I think I'll get this one right. CYA. What does that mean? Cover your a more family friendly version. Cover your assets. You got insurance on your home, check. You got life insurance to make sure we can put you in the hole and the family ain't got to worry about that on your last day, check. You got automobile insurance that covers people that don't buy insurance, check. You got disability insurance to cover your ability to make an income and provide for your family, check. You got hedges all over the place in our life. You got long-term care insurance that gives me 5 years in a nursing home fully paid for. And it gives Beth up to a lifetime in the nursing home should she ever need it. You got that covering our assets and our ability to not be a burden upon our family, check. They only gave me 5 years because that's the most I could get with my health conditions. But they gave Beth, since we bought it while she was so young, lifetime coverage. If she goes into the nursing home today, sweet Bobby ain't got to worry about paying nothing. If I go in the nursing home, Beth ain't got to worry about it for 5 whole years. I ain't paid for with inflation adjusted coverage as a hedge. So you make all these smart decisions throughout our lives. Why are we not making smart decisions in our portfolios? So we're covering our assets. Now, keep in mind, a lot of the people trading the tasty trade method are, they've been making money all year long, selling puts, selling strength, selling whatever they're doing. Do they have protection? Well, maybe they do, maybe they don't. But I can tell you, I sleep like a baby at night. Now, I didn't take my Benadryl last night, so I had to wake up at 1:30 in the morning and take it, and I am groggy this morning. But I sleep well at night, knowing I don't have to look at the markets to say, I may be down $1,000, I may be down $2,000 or 1% or whatever. Does it bother me? No, because I know the day is coming when this thing is going to correct, and anything that I've been doing, tweetering here and there, and going up a little and down a little, it's all going to take care of itself when it goes down. It's a sweet, sweet feeling. All right. Ditto. Ken says, I don't care. Oh, look, I'm gonna make that big. How did I do that? We don't care where the market goes. CYA, cover your assets. All right, so let me stop the little recording for the day.